Hi guys, welcome to the Citizen channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. Please, if you are new to this channel, please push that subscribe button. We do everything City, past and present here on these little vlogs, so I do try and inform and entertain, and there's some links on screen as well for Facebook and Twitter where I do post loads of City stuff. So if you follow a friend me on there, I do check every few days and follow and friend everyone back. And if you do get a chance, please have a check out my film and TV channel as well, which I try and inform and entertain on there, and all the latest films and TV drama here in the UK and from around the world. So if you can check that out, that will be fantastic. Anyway, hope you enjoy today's feature. Hi, welcome to the Odd Show as we look forward to the visit of Wycombe Wanderers to the ETIHAD Stadium for the CARABAO Cup third round. Yeah, third round cup. Win a couple of games. You're in the quarter semi-finals, aren't you? CARABAO Cup, our cup. It's nobody else's cup. It's our cup, as you know, the CARABAO Cup. So obviously it's going to be a formality of winning this one, isn't it? 7:45 p.m. at the ETIHAD on Tuesday, yes, the 21st of September. So yeah, a little bit different this show because obviously games are coming thick and fast now. So I've had to do this perhaps a day or two earlier than I thought. So obviously not all the bookies are obviously putting out loads of odds on this one, with it being no disrespect to Wycombe, but a lesser game for City, if you like. So there was also no charity bet yet because I've not been able to get anything where I can get any value on prices. So there won't be a charity bet now. If there is something that appears before Tuesday night, I will be putting the charity bets on, and I'll let you know in the next one, which obviously will be the Chelsea one. I'll let you know if I did that and managed to get it on. But we've got money in the bank at last after the Leipzig game. Obviously, I'm recording this before the Southampton game. So we're on the way. We've got some money in the bank after that Leipzig game, so that's absolutely fantastic. So, hey, fingers crossed for me that we can carry on. As I said, there's sort of a couple on for the Southampton game. If you've not had a look at that, please do so. If it's not already finished, but just check out what my charity bets were, see how they did. So yeah, as I said, a little bit different to normal perhaps today, but it's going to be difficult as well knowing what City team is. As I say, I'm having to record this before the Southampton game, so I have to sort of weigh up who's going to be fit and who's coming out of that game okay. So it is a bit of a funny one this week, but stay with me. We'll have a bit of fun with it anyway and see what we can get out of this. Whatever team City put out, we should be well capable, obviously, of making sure Wycombe don't come to our place and beat us like they have done probably the last time they came to play us at our ground. Not the Etihad, of course, but Main Road. But check out my history show. But as I say, my history show's a little bit positive on the Wycombe game, so it's not too bad actually. It's one we won, which is nice, but not the two we've recently lost against them. But there you go. Anyway, please, I don't condone gambling in any way. Please, when the fun stops, stop, and always be gamble aware. This is just for a bit of fun, a bit of interest for fans like me, if you just like a little bit of extra interest in the game and have a little flutter. I do all City leaning. I do the odd thing for the opposition, of course, if there's any value, but I don't think there's much value today in Wycombe, to be honest with you. But anyway, we'll get on with this. All prices are as at Saturday morning, 9 a.m, 17th of September, 2021. Was it the 18th of September? Yeah, I'm losing the days now. I'm getting all mixed up. There's so much to do. Saturday morning, the 18th of September at 9 a.m. Right, the general odds, yeah, for the Carabao Cup. It's our cup. It's nobody else's cup. To win the cup, City are the favourites, which is probably the norm these days. 3-1 favourites. Chelsea are 6-1. Liverpool are 9-1, and United are 10-1. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I know it's our cup, but we can't. It's got to come to an end at some stage, and they're not bad prices for Chelsea, Liverpool, United. You could probably Dutch all three and make a few quid if you wanted to sort of have a go at that. But it's the same thing, isn't it? None of us are going to play our strongest teams, although obviously City's is usually stronger because of the squad we've got. But yeah, those sort of prices, I would be tempted as a Chelsea, Liverpool or United fan, that's for sure. Wycombe, yeah, 5,000 to 1 with Bet Victor, which, it may as well be 50,000 to 1, mind it, no disrespect. But some of the other bookies are showing 500 to 1, so at least Bet Victor's got a bit braver with that. So there you go. The match odds themselves, yeah, there's no value there, of course. The best you can get on City is 1 to 10 on with Sky. If you fancy a draw in 90 minutes, it's 10 to 1 with 365. And if you fancy a Wycombe Wanderers win, as it was in 1999, was it? 98-99 season, It's 50-1 with Betfair Sports, so if you fancied that. First goal scorer, here we go. These are all Bet365. I've got no other bookies available as I'm doing this. You got the obvious ones. I mean, I think Sterling will play. He's 92. These are the guys I think will play. A lot of the guys they've got as first goal scorer. I can't see Torres playing, to be honest. I think he'll be safe for Chelsea. But so these are the ones who could play, in my opinion, based on what I know before the Saturday Southampton game, of course. So, I mean, they've got Sterling at 92, Foden at 92, Mahrez at 92, so they're not bad. Palmer as well, Cole Palmer's 13-2. I think Cole Palmer could play in this. An outside chance, you've got people like Zinchenko. I think Zinchenko will play again, and I think if fit against Wycombe, but he may not be. Stones as well is 28-1, but obviously with Stones, doubts over Stones and Laporte, that does cause us problems on the pitch as well, doesn't it? We're just down to our bare bones with Aki and Diaz at the moment, but no, we'll probably know more after the Southampton game, but they're interesting outside chances. But if you want to go for an anytime goal scorer, which is what I usually would plump for on this sort of thing, I mean, obviously the obvious ones are more or less odds, just odds against slight, like 5-4, stuff like that. So there's no value in that, because although you might think Sterling might score, it's not real great value, is it? But anytime goal scorer, the best one's probably Zinchenko 3-1, and Stones 7-1 again. It does depend on whether he plays or not. And the next one, yeah, I mean, both teams to score. I mean, we could have Carson in goal. I've no disrespect to Carson, but if Carson's in goal, I wouldn't be surprised if we do concede a goal or two, to be honest with you, especially if we're sort of at the bare bones with the defence and struggling a little bit, even though Diaz might be there. But as I say, I don't know what backup we've got. Taylor Howard-Bellis has gone, obviously, on loan. Obviously, we lost Garcia, which I didn't like anyway. But they're the sort of guys that would have stepped in for this sort of game at centre half. But obviously, as I said, with two injured, we're forced to play the only two we've got at the moment. Obviously, people, your Fernandinho can play a centre half. Walker, I mean, they're not ideal, but obviously you do have those options. But both teams to score, yeah. I mean, the yes is 5-4, so that's not bad. That's not bad value. I wouldn't put it on myself, but it's not bad value. But if you would say no, which I would hope, it's 8-11 with Sky, and that's not a bad bet. But as I say, I do have that little thought at the back of my mind that big lad off of Fenway, whatever he's called, off of Fenway, whatever he's called up front, he might just nick ones if he plays, of course. But they're interesting anyway. Both teams to score. I wouldn't put you off either of those prices, either of those bets. The correct score, yeah. I've not looked at Wycombe to win, to be honest. I've not even looked at draws. All I've looked at some sort of obvious City wins at a 3-0. I've got 13-2 with Sky. These are all Sky. 4-0 is 15-2, 5-0 is 11-1, and 6-0 is 18-1. As I say, much depends on what sort of team we put out in the cup, but you've got to go for a minimum of 3, 4 or 5 and do a bit of dutching. But obviously, if Wycombe get one, it ruins all the plans, doesn't it? But no reason why you can't dutch 2 or 3 of those prices and still, you want a bit of fun, as I say, and just hope Wycombe don't score. At least it adds a little bit of fun to it, doesn't it? But can we get more than 6-0? I think that's disrespectful. I'd be happy with a 3 or 4-0, to be honest with you. I think that'll, all respect to Wycombe, that won't be too bad a score. But there's those prices, 13-2 up to 18-1. It's worth a dutch, isn't it? I think to try and get some money in the bank. And if I had that opportunity on my betting sites, I would probably have done that for the charity bet, but I haven't at the moment. So I'll have to see if things firm up as the next couple of days go. Half time, full time. I mean, you can't surely see anything past the City, can we, for that half time, full time? And that's best price 4-11 with Sky. But if you think we do struggle and they hold us through a draw that first half and we win the second half, you can get 10-3 with Bet365, which is fine. I mean, the interesting bets, I think, for this Wycombe game are the goals over under, of course, and you can bet just City to score over 5.5 is 9-2 with 365 if you fancy goal fest. If you fancy over 4.5, it's 2-1 with 365. But if you fancy just over 3.5, a little bit, so City to score 4 or more, it's a very tempting 5-6, as I say. But you're not daft 365. They might tempt you in with that. And as I say, if City play a much weaker team, you know, we might just win 2 or 3-0 or something like that. Fingers crossed if we win. You know, all tempering these things. But yeah, so I think they're trying to drag people in at 5 to 6. But it is a good price. I can't complain at that with 365. So that might be worth a look. I mean, total goals in the game. So if you allow for Wycombe to score as well, I mean, over 3.5 is 4 to 7. I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad. 4 to 7 on. I don't think that's £7 on. You get 11 back. I don't think that's a bad price. Over 4.5, for instance, so 5 goals or more in the game from either team, and it's 5 to 4. So again, odds against. I'm very tempted by that. I'm pushing it a bit for over 5.5 goals because that's 11 to 4. But yeah, I think the over 4.5 is very tempting. I say, no disrespect to Wigan, if they do score a goal or two, I'm sure certainly City can score 3 or 4. But you know, we could end up 6-3 like the other night, couldn't it? But yeah, that is tempting. So they are sort of dragging us in a little bit, even though I say they're not the easiest games to judge on what City do. But we know from past experience, Pep usually plays lots of experience in these games and only sort of puts 2 or 3 youngsters in. So on that basis, although he may be forced to do differently with injuries, etc., you can't really see anything to say that there won't be plenty of goals. Yeah, that takes us on to the winning margin. Yeah, I mean, these are with Bet365, the only place showing them at the moment. A 4 or more winning margin. So 5-1, 6-2, 4-0, 5 to 4. 5 to 4 against. That is tempting. But win to nil, obviously, which is another one I was looking at. Sky got good value at 5 to 6. But again, as I said, it's going against my thoughts that perhaps Wycombe will score a goal. So, but it's still interesting. There's enough to draw you in there, I think, with the bookies, which is what their game. That's what they want to do. They want you to put your money on and lose it. You know, that's the whole idea of being bookies. So, I think because of the circumstances, and I say I'm doing this a couple of days earlier as well, so there's not as many bookies available to look at. There's still some interesting stuff there. Let me know what you think. Anything you've had a go on. As I said, I'll keep my eyes out for my charity bets. As I said, I'd love to have a go on the over the goals, but at the moment there's no bookies I can put it on with that are my sort of. As you know, if you watch these, I am limited because I have been successful many years ago, so I don't have as many accounts, so I usually bet on the exchanges. So obviously I'm stuck by whatever the exchanges come up with, and there's not a lot on there at the moment, 2 or 3 days before this game. So anyway, let me know what you're doing, and I think there's a little bit of value there. There's a little bit of tempting by the bookies, and yeah, but if you get tempted, there's a little bit of chance to win some money off them as well, which is always nice, isn't it? Anyway. But let me know what you're doing anyway. But thanks for watching. As I say, slightly different this one, as I say. But I will let you know what those, if I ever get a chance, I will let you know what those charity bets are. I might even put it, if you check back with this odd show on the day of the game, I'll put it in the comments below or something like that. But if you're interested, as I say, but these odd show are getting a few more viewings now. I'm dead chuffed about that. Thanks for your support. Give us that thumbs up as well. That'd be brilliant. Anyway, thanks for watching. What we're going to do yesterday, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More important, let's all look after each other. We'll meet here again on the Citizen channel. Or perhaps please have a look at my film and TV channel if you get a chance to try and inform and entertain on there. If you get a little rest from football, we all like film and TV. Well, I do. I think most of us do anyway. So have a look on there if you get a chance. But either way, until we do meet again, wherever it is, all I ever ask is please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.